For some, it's a way to have fun and stay healthy. For others, it's almost a religion. Cricket is woven deeply into the fabric of life in Tower Hamlets. A third of the London borough's population is from Bangladesh, where the sport is on a par with football in terms of popularity. Even so, poverty, scarcity of qualified coaches and a lack of bridges between clubs and schools have combined to create barriers to young people taking up the sport. But one organisation is working to bring those barriers down, offering young players the chance to participate and develop their talent to the full. This film explores what that means for the borough's young cricketers, for the future of the game itself, and what lessons the scheme can offer to other sports. Originally from Bangladesh, Mahaimanul came to live in Tower Hamlets a year and a half ago. On his first day at John Skur Primary School, his cricketing talent was immediately recognised.
The very first day he came into our school, the children rushed up to me at the end of the first playtime and said, "Come and see Mahaimanul bowl." And I saw him bowl, and I know we're not just thinking about the cricket, but straight away that gave him a link with the other boys and the other girls in the year group.
Basically, when I came to this country, so I didn't understand that much. I get to meet new people and their new attitude, basically. Yeah.
Mohammed is obviously a very good, talented young player. He's only been here to this country for a year and a half now. Obviously, we recruit from the schools. He looks a very good prospect, and obviously we're working on him as much as we can. We're going to start training soon, and we're going to be keeping an eye on him.
Yeah, when I was older, I would like to play for England or any other team. I just like to play.
The confidence this has given him has also had knock-on effects in school.
His confidence has absolutely soared in his curriculum subjects as well. And when you consider that just a year after coming into the country, he's taken his Year 6 SATs and his English has been sufficient for him to do that, and his maths in particular has been developed, really well up to national standards. So, we're very proud of him, obviously, and very happy that this has helped him aspire.
The cricketing programme was originally set up under the Tower Hamlets School Sports Partnership, which, following government cutbacks to the scheme, now operates as the independent charity, the Tower Hamlets Youth Sports Foundation. Alongside cricket, it runs a whole range of sporting opportunities, from niche sports like judo and archery to the popular competitive sports such as football, rugby and hockey. The London Borough of Tower Hamlets is one of the most deprived areas in the UK. It has the country's highest levels of child poverty. It's densely populated too, with the highest proportion of non-English speaking children in the UK, 34% of whom have Bengali as their first language. The foundation works to ensure that a child's background and circumstances do not restrict their access to sport.
We run cricket across the borough. We're responsible for all delivery, which includes the schools in curriculum time, extracurricular activity. That includes gifted and talented identification and their delivery, and competitions. And this, to say, forms a major part of the talent identification and ticks the boxes for schools to have that inter-competition. It gives them a real focus in that we'll go and deliver for 6 weeks or 12 weeks in a term at a school, and this is their option to come out, use the skills that they've learned, use what they've acquired, and then come and show that to other schools and potentially win a competition which goes through to a final. So I've been here myself 3 years now. When I started, there was only myself running cricket for the borough, which meant I had to deliver the school sessions, secondary school sessions, the competitions, and literally anything that went with it, and the admin side of that. And the demand was just too great. The schools saw cricket as their premier sport, and were wanting more, progressively more of it in terms of extracurricular and lunchtime clubs. And the feasibility was that it just couldn't be sustained with just the one person. As we stand today, I'm now the cricket development manager, and I have 3 development officers working full-time underneath me who deliver a lot of our schools coaching, a lot of our district coaching, and we have 2 part-timers who work for us as well, who are both level 2 coaches, which now means that schools are able to access us at any time. Compared to 3 years ago, we're about 20% up on what we can deliver, so we're now hitting 90+% of our schools will receive a minimum of 6 weeks cricket across the course of the year. Compared to, it works out at about 58, 59 of our 65 primary schools, and then 12 out of our 15 secondary schools, plus some disability cricket going on as well.
The interest in cricket starts young, often at school, and the Youth Sports Foundation aims to ensure that interest is nurtured to the full. Alongside coaching, the foundation builds relationships with teachers and staff to provide a service based on the children's needs.
Support we get, it's a number of different things. We receive curriculum support, so we have different coaches coming in doing specialist sessions with, normally we're in focused year groups. Also we have the holiday schemes through district cricket, which we send a number of children on, which isn't necessarily focused at children who are of the highest ability. It's just children who show genuine interest and passion for sport.
All the coaches who have come in have been really sensitive and worked well with our children. Jahid came in with present year sixes last year when they were in year 5, so he worked with them on a Friday afternoon over a period of half a term, and you could see straight away that there was a link there. I think that it's good for them to see that Bengali male has been successful in the wider world of cricket, so it was really good for him to come in and to help them develop, and he was very good with them, and he's kept that on through the contact we've had with him at the festivals and also through district nets as well.
Jahid was the first person of Bangladeshi origin to play first-class professional cricket in the UK. While still playing, he is also working as a cricket development officer for the scheme. This makes him an ideal role model for the children of Tower Hamlets and shows them the heights they can reach.
Also, when I started, I was one first Bangladeshi playing at Essex and the first Bangladeshi playing professional. And obviously I've had to learn really quickly and get adjusted to how everything works around the county circuit. And obviously I'm trying my best to pass on all my knowledge as much as I can with the younger kids, make it easier for them. Obviously then hopefully they can get into that level.
Building on the success of coaching in schools, the foundation encourages children to participate in competitions, training and playing for the district.
It gives them that focus, it gives them something to work towards, whereas, it would be very easy for sport to not really have that focus, for them just to play for the sake of playing, which is great, but they never really push themselves, they never really develop, whereas they know that they're working towards this one thing, to win, to try and compete. And it also teaches them how to be competitive, which is a strange thing to say, but a lot of children, in my experience, don't necessarily know how to compete. They don't know how to play at their hardest, but still fairly within an environment where they respect each other.
Today is our Under-15 Borough Championship competition. It forms part of our competition framework, which means that kids of all ages across a variety of schools, including disability, primary school and secondary school, get to enter into competitions like this, which gives them inter-school activity, and frankly with the weather like this, an excellent day out. So there's quite a few district players actually on show today who love these sort of competitions and playing against each other and representing their schools, which means that the standard of the cricket here is really increased from being a participation-based event for schools. It's also a bit of a performance-based event for schools as we get through into the latter stages, and we see the real quality of the schools and the coaching they're accessing both as a school and as a player at the district setup starting to come together.
An important part of the Foundation's offering is the chance for the children of Tower Hamlets to play at district level, in nets such as here at Canary Wharf. The Tower Hamlets district programme was set up against a certain amount of opposition, but it's proven to be a success.
Going to the district is giving them, first of all, I think, a sense of being professional about your sport. I think that they're having to keep to times, they're having to keep to dates, and also obviously they're using different equipment there. They're using and love using the helmet, the pads, the proper ball and everything, and it's a step up for them. So that's essential, and plus it's been really good continuity between primary and secondary, because obviously district carries on through.
As well as providing the children with expert tuition from peers and coaches who come from similar backgrounds, the Foundation staff are encouraged to build up mentoring relationships that extend beyond the nets and pitch, providing support that includes collecting and dropping the children off from home or school, and helping with problems in schoolwork.
All the players, I've got a good relationship with all of them, pretty much. And if they need any help regarding to their family problems or any financial problem, anything like this, obviously they come to me or come to our cricket youth sport foundation, and we'll try to help them as much as we can.
Yeah, he's like my older brother. Yeah, who helped me quite a lot when it's my game, he come and pick me, and when the game is finished, he give me back again.
Although opportunities for young people are improving in the borough, the scheme has a partnership with Blackheath Cricket Club, one of the biggest in the country. Coming here gives the children a taste of the wider possibilities that are open to them.
There's just a sense of awe and wonder straight away when they go into a place like that.
We've got the Tower Hamlets district team, which obviously if they do well, we'll take them towards the club levels, which is the Blackheath and they have got a best youth section, and they've got all range of underage group kids who are playing in that Blackheath, and obviously that helps them a lot.
It's just, for them, such a step up in terms of obviously playing in a playground like this or even going to Victoria Park. The facilities are so different. So go in there, they can see straight away that it's something different. I think they up their game and they aspire to it.
On a Saturday we have 9 adult teams. We play 4 teams in the Kent League and we have 5 senior teams in the Kent Regional League. On a Sunday we have 2 league teams. One is the under-21s who play in the Development League, and we have the other Sunday League team which play in the South London Sunday League team. We also have a women's team. So overall we have big numbers. I think we're probably the biggest in Britain, possibly the world. The connection with Tower Hamlets is interesting, not really from a numbers perspective, but it's from a quality perspective. And it's bringing good junior cricketers into what we hope is a good surrounding to play cricket in, and also into a good team environment where they can pick up the habits that we hope that they will take into the senior game as they progress in their cricketing career.
The way we've actually moved from being competitive in a lot of the junior leagues to becoming serial winners of leagues in the junior competition and cup winners as well. It's the Tower Hamlets boys in the main have been able to take us up that step to become a really competitive and really strong and really hopefully well respected club at junior level.
I feel proud of myself. Like it's the first time I ever play cricket in my life with professional stuff, so I feel great.
And we have got a lot of kids who goes to the Blackheath, progress from there and goes towards, has a trial for Middlesex County Cricket Club, and they can obviously they get to that level and hopefully they can push up more.
I started off with Third John Carr School in Tower Hamlets, and I think I was 15 that time. Chris Willis, the Tower Hamlets Youth Sportship Partnership Manager, he sort of picked me from there to go and play for Tower Hamlets.
Dipayan Paul started out with the Youth Sports Foundation when he was at primary school, where his abilities were first recognised. He now plays for the MCC Young Cricketer programme and hopes to progress further.
And Mark Lane, the ex-England cricketer, the coach of MCC, sort of picked me from that game. So yeah, it feels great.
On top of all these playing opportunities that the foundation offers to the cricketers of the future, there's also the chance for the children to develop their coaching skills as they get older, giving them very real employment prospects within the scheme and beyond.
When players get to 16, they're able to take an England Wales Cricket Board ECB Level 1, which we pay for, we sponsor them to go through. We've been running that for the last 2 years now, so they get a UK Sport, First for Sport qualification, which is recognised nationally across the sporting framework. They get that at 16, and at 18 you can go on and access a level 2, and the age restriction is in place with the ECB. We had 4 people go through that this winter, and for the level 1s we've now got 17 in the borough. And what that sort of links back into is our PETA programme, where we have re-employment of young people from the area as coaches. And looking at cricket specifically, today all of the umpiring has been done, and all of our quick cricket festivals across the course of this summer, we've seen over 1,500 kids involved. The 10 to 12 guys who've been running those competitions, who've been doing the umpiring, who've been doing the scoring, who've been moving teams around, who've been doing the training, of all guys that have come through our district programme, been educated and given a nationally recognised qualification, and then given the option to go back into our framework to self-sustainability and earn money themselves. So it becomes a sort of real out route at the top end when they get to 17, 18, to then be able to stay involved in the setup that they help create to an extent, stay involved with coaching, and to look at it as an employment option to stay involved and now sort of sustain itself at the bottom. So the 17-year-old coaches are now the ones delivering and coaching the under-11s. And hopefully we see that pathway progress as these set of 11s go through and do their level 1s and do the level 2s and keep coming back. So it's great, it's quite a nice community kind of a feel to the whole system overall.
A perfect example of this is Mitu. He joined the foundation back in its school sports partnership days when he was 13. He now plays at district level as well as for the Middlesex under-17 squad. Having just finished at Swanley School, he's now completed his Level 1 ECB coaching badge and works part-time as an assistant coach for the foundation.
It's really rewarding. I mean, I like playing cricket when I see someone's doing really well, and if I can help them out, you know, it makes you feel something like, you know, something special because you just got to help someone, and you can improve them, and one day they can be playing professional, and and you can say to yourself, "Oh, I was there when he was little," and help him out.
Social benefits we see really quite heavily. Obviously they're taken to different environments, they're perhaps taken out of their comfort zone to a degree. With this area being 40% Bengali, it's quite easy for them to get into a rut of sorts. Taking them over to places like Blackheath with the club link, taking them to Malvern College in Worcester for the district tour, where all of the kids who take part in our sport are able to go with that. Just firstly increases their awareness of other areas. It gives them the opportunity to then go on and use those facilities and see a better way, which helps them strive and keep going and trying to keep competing with it. Secondly, you've got the language skills. So they're going into environments where the language is predominantly English versus predominantly Bengali, and as much as it's fine as they start to interact, it's kind of then almost forced upon them that they will try and speak English and try and help, and especially with the younger lads who come in at under 11 and primary school age, we see that first social progression, that first progression there being the key one, where they're able to improve their confidence. Most of them new to the country, so it's quite a scary transition for them from 10 or 11 to move countries and move houses and schools and be in a foreign climate, but to then have the cricket sort of do the talking over the top and then allow them to develop that confidence really makes a big difference to them.
So it's given us so many opportunities. Within this community, there's not necessarily the support you would ideally dream of for the children, whether that be from parents or from local groups, to actually come and pick up the children and take them to the games like the district team do. That is essential for getting these kids involved in sport. That's the provision they need to be able to access it, because they're not necessarily going to be taken to the games. They're not going to be supported in the same way that other children in a different area might be. And that's what we want, because it provides that open field for all children having access to cricket, having access to clubs, to support structures, to coaching, and it's not kind of filtered out by necessarily their social class. And that's essential.
The Tower Hamlets cricket pathway shows the difference that early identification of gifted youngsters can make. And by offering them professional standard coaching and access to leagues and clubs, the scheme makes sure players can progress as far as they can go. It's a model that can work for other sports too, opening up greater opportunities and possibilities for children and helping to create a generation of champions in the future.